Think about it. You are doing it for yourself. You are not doing it for them. Do not forget. Not because of who they are, not because of what they did, but for you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria Minoa. Thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, hey girl, I am happy to have you here today. I hope you stick around on this channel. Have a good time. So I hope you stay. I hope you don't leave like that. So that being said, I want us to talk about something that has been helping me recently, a mindset switch that I recently got. That was last year. I learned about it last year and I've been implementing it and it has been helping me ever since then. Let's talk about forgiveness, babies. Okay, so what is forgiveness? Forgiveness is basically just letting go. When you let go of the resentment and the grudge you have towards somebody that offended you in your heart, when you let it go, that's simply what forgiveness is. And to some people, it might be difficult to forgive, while for others, like me at the moment, is not as difficult as I thought it was before. And that's just because right now I know that forgiveness is an act of self love. Hold on, hear me out. Yes, it's an act of self love. Ask me why. Why? All right. Yes, forgiveness is an act of self love. Ever since I discovered that, I used to forgive better, I used to forgive more easily. Okay, there's this thing that I realized, this was still last year. I realized that when we don't forgive, we feel like, okay, it's the other person that we do not forgive that is suffering it. No, we are the ones. Not forgiving somebody puts you like in a cage. God, I'm talking about this firsthand. I'm not even lying. I'm talking about this firsthand because these are things I've experienced it. I'm talking from true, true experience. Like, even recently, I realized that I was holding a grudge against somebody that offended me. And instantly I told myself, baby girl, okay, we have to let it go. We have to forgive this person. They may not even know. Like, this person I'm talking about does not even know that I'm holding that grudge against the person, right? But as soon as I realized that, I had to let it go. Unforgiveness has a way of putting us in a cage. I don't know if we feel like it's hurting the person or is affecting the person. I'm here to tell you, it does not do anything to that person. Instead, it keeps you in a place where you are not free. When you think about that person, your mind is not free. Okay, like, let me use myself as an example. I told you I recently discovered I was holding a grudge against somebody, right? And it's a normal thing. Yes, that is a normal thing because that person offended me, right? Okay, so I discovered that I was holding a grudge against that person. I instantly knew, okay, I had to let go. I started telling myself, okay, I don't want to meet this person on the road. And I asked myself, wait, why don't you want to meet this person on the road? And I dug deeper and I discovered that, okay, there's something that is not clear. And I realized that, okay, yeah, I'm beefing that person. And I instantly knew that I had to let it go. Because crazily enough, it's those people that we don't want to see that we even end up seeing, right? So I don't want to see that person and I'll be like, I hated the fact that I saw this person, or why did I see this person, kind of shit. So I told myself, okay, we have to let go. And I needed to talk to myself. Sometimes we get so offended by other people and we will just make statements like, I'll never forgive that person for this or that or this or that the person did. Not knowing that we are trapping ourselves. Not forgiving somebody makes us be in a cage. You are not free. Like when you think about that person, there's this weird feeling you have, unpleasant feeling you have when you think about that person. I also said forgiveness is a form of self-love, because if you love yourself, you would not want to put yourself in that cage. Yeah, you want to free yourself. You want to free yourself from that um unpleasant feeling that you get whenever I think about that person. Some people feel like forgiving is hard. It's not actually that hard. We just have to decide to forgive and honestly to just be over, right? So we should learn to forgive one another, not just for that person. Most of the times, I don't even forgive other people for them. I forgive them because of me. It's an act of self love and it is a way you grow. Yes, you are growing from it. I remember years back, I couldn't, of course, I was going to make statements like, yeah, I'm never going to forgive this person and stuff, and I'll hold a grudge for years, and I'll still see that person, you know. I will not want to see that person. I might see that person and feel sad, feel bad. Because I don't want to see you, right? It just puts some kind of feeling in your heart. And when you see that person, you just have this jump scare or you just feel so uncomfortable. That's because that person is in your mind. You have caged yourself thinking you caged that person in your mind. No, that's a misconception. People think that, okay, because I don't want to forgive this person, that means I caged this person in my heart. Not knowing you caged yourself in your own heart. So immediately I discovered that forgiving others is a way that I can express my love to myself, because it brings freedom in my own heart. That was like a transformation for me, because sometimes I may not know that I am holding a grudge. It might just come. I might just think of something, and once I discover that I am holding a grudge, I just have to let it go. So you holding a grudge, you not forgiving somebody, puts you in a cage. It makes you restricted for whatever reason. You are not going to be free. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I love my freedom. So I make sure that if I can, why not? Yeah, and it's also me growing. There are people that offend us, and frankly speaking, there are people that do not even deserve your forgiveness. Honestly, if I'm being honest, there are some people that do not even deserve your forgiveness because of the wrong things they've done to you. Yes, I agree. But you don't have to forgive them for them. You have to forgive them for you. And you also forgiving them does not mean you go back, you must keep whatever relationship people were in or stuff. No, not at all. You can forgive that person and you will still go your separate ways. Yes, it did happen. Yes, there are people we forgive, but yeah, we still remain at arm's length. The fact that I forgive you doesn't mean I will become best of friends and stuff. No, we don't even have to talk, honestly. But I can still forgive you, and you know, that's just life, honestly. I'm not saying like keeping malice kind of not talking, no. Like we might not talk, but we're still cool. Like, as I'm not holding you in my mind. I'm not holding you. I remember when I used to hold people in my mind. I used to beef people. And funny enough, these people might mostly do not even know. And I'm just the one that have this feeling when I see that person. No, I had to stop that. I had to work on that. And the first step on how you can forgive somebody, on how you can forgive other people, is to acknowledge that, okay, I'm holding a grudge against this person. That's just the first step. If you can acknowledge your feelings, and yes, that's human. That does not make you a bad person. You are human, so you have feelings. To acknowledge that, okay, I'm beefing this person, I'm holding a grudge against this person. I don't want to forgive this person, right? So once you acknowledge that, okay, these are my feelings, the next step is for you to choose. You have to choose it. You have to choose to forgive that person. If you don't choose to forgive that person, you cannot forgive that person. That's just it. You have to choose. You have to make up your mind to forgive that person. I have people that have wronged me. Ouch. They just took the light. I have people that have wronged me and I really didn't want to forgive. But me forgiving them honestly gave me a clear mind, clear headspace. There are people that, okay, I didn't want to forgive and they were constantly in my head, honestly. They were constantly on my mind, they were constantly on my head. Sometimes when I think, I'll be like, this person now, maybe they're on my contact list or whatnot. And it just keeps you in one space that I personally do not like. And like I said, I like my freedom. Yeah, I want to have a free mind. I want to have a clear thought. When I think about anybody, I want to see them well. That's what I mean. So you forgiving others is an act of self-love. That's why I said you should choose to forgive them for you and not because of them. We're all human beings. Some of them do not even deserve to be forgiven, right? So forgiving others is not hard. It's just a misconception. You have to first acknowledge your feelings of resentment towards that person. Then you have to choose to forgive that person. Thirdly, you have to put yourself in that person's shoes. Show empathy, right? Okay, we're all human beings. This person just made a mistake. Maybe this person thought in this way. That's why they reacted in this way. Maybe this and that. When you show empathy, you will be able to put yourself in that person's shoes and you'll be able to think, okay, in a way that you will not just from your perspective now, you will be able to think from that person's own perspective. Do you get? So it's like you giving that person grace in your head, making excuses for them just so you can forgive them. If that is what you need to do, please do it. Some of these people, like I said, do not deserve to be forgiven. But you have, now I'm not even bringing God into this, even though God commanded that we should forgive. I don't want it to be like a preaching. I'm just even saying that we should learn to forgive other people for ourselves. So learn to forgive other people for yourself. Ever since I started identifying the people that have wronged me, some of them have held it for years. Sometimes you might not know. There might be this feeling you have towards somebody that you don't know the root cause. When you trace it down, it might be that you are holding a grudge against that person. Because the person might have wronged you or must have, made you feel bad one way or another. And they just buy a house in your mind. Like, this one is not even living rent free. They have a house in your head. And I'm not going to give anybody that space in my mind. I'm not giving anybody that space in my mind. So I can as well just release it and let it go. Sometimes I may not want to, yes. Sometimes we may not want to forgive. But I'm just here to tell you that forgiving other people is a way whereby you show yourself that, okay, I love myself. Because you not wanting to constantly feel any negative feelings when you think about somebody. Is you chasing negativities away from you? Sharp. So I hope you've learned one thing or two in this video. I just wanted to quickly share why I think forgiving other people is a form and an act of self-love, right? I hope that you learn to start forgiving and you will choose to forgive other people. Think about it. You are doing it for yourself. You are not doing it for them. Do not forget. Not because of who they are, not because of what they did, but for you. You are showing yourself that you like yourself by forgiving other people. And that's like the coolest thing to do, honestly. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you picked 18 or 2 from the video. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you in my next video.